6 months ago, I embarked on a journey to challenge myself to save $10,000 or more in just 6 months. So, I found the fastest yet most effective, simplest way to do this without feeling overwhelmed, and that's what I'm going to share with you in this video. Along with that, I will be taking you through what I did to reach the $10,000 savings goal I had set, and in the end, even increased my savings amount. Let's get right into it. 1. Start as early as today. So, you're sitting on your couch, scrolling through your favorite social media app, and you come across this video about saving $10,000 in 6 months. The thought crosses your mind, that sounds great, but I'll start tomorrow. Stop right there. That's the trap we all fall into, the eternal promise of starting tomorrow. But guess what? Tomorrow never comes. If you want to save $10,000 in 6 months, you need to start today. Not tomorrow, not next week, but today. Why? Because the longer you wait, the harder it becomes to catch. Time is your most valuable asset when it comes to saving money. Every day you delay is another day lost in the race to reach your goal. Starting today doesn't mean you have to make drastic changes to your lifestyle or completely overhaul your spending habits overnight. It's about making a conscious decision at this very moment to take control of your financial future. So, how do you start today? It begins with awareness. Take a good, hard look at your current financial situation. Pull up your bank statements, credit card bills, utility bills, and any other financial records you have. Take stock of your income, your expenses, and any debt you may have. This isn't about judging yourself for past spending decisions. It's about understanding where you stand right now and getting your financial reality check. 2. Start small. Once you have a clear picture of where you stand financially, it's time to set some goals. In this case, we're aiming to save $10,000 in 6 months. Break that down into smaller, actionable steps. How much do you need to save each month, each week, each day? Get specific, as when you have a clear target, it's easier to create a plan of action. Saving $10,000 in 6 months may seem daunting, but the key is to start small and break it down into manageable chunks. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither will your savings account. Begin by analyzing your budget and identifying areas where you can cut back or eliminate unnecessary expenses. Maybe it's dining out less frequently, canceling unused subscriptions, or finding cheaper alternatives for everyday items. Every little bit adds up. Once you've identified potential areas to cut back, it's time to set a realistic savings target for each month. Take that $10,000 goal and divide it by 6 to determine how much you need to save each month. This will be $1,666.67 per month to reach your $10,000 goal in 6 months. But don't stop there. Break it down even further into weekly or even daily savings targets. Let's calculate the daily savings target. Take that $1,666.67 target and divide it by 30 to determine how much you need to save every day. This will be approximately $55.56 per day to reach the $10,000 savings goal in 6 months. This rule of savings may differ for you, and you may want to save more or save less than $55.56, according to how much you earn. This rule worked so well for me as I needed an effective way to just start from. So, find one that will work for you personally and stick to it throughout the 6 months. And if it's this one, well and good, as saving should be personal to you. Remember, the key to starting small is consistency. It's not about making huge sacrifices all at once, but rather making small, sustainable changes over time. 3. Automation. Once you've set your savings goals and identified how much you need to save each month, it's time to put your money-saving plan on autopilot. Automation is your best friend when it comes to saving money effortlessly. The idea is simple. Set up systems that automatically funnel money into your savings account without you having to think about it. Start by scheduling automatic transfers from your checking account to your savings account. You can do this through your bank's online banking platform or mobile app, as there are plenty of budgeting apps out there that can help you track your spending, set savings goals, and even transfer money into your savings account automatically based on your spending habits. Set the transfers to occur on your payday or shortly after, so you're not tempted to spend the money before it gets saved. Treat your savings like a non-negotiable bill that must be paid every month. Just like you wouldn't skip paying your rent or mortgage, don't skip paying yourself first, as saving is a form of you paying yourself. By automating your savings, you remove the temptation to spend that money elsewhere, and you ensure that you're consistently making progress towards your goal. A really great example of automation is how employers automatically save part of your salary to employer-sponsored retirement plans, like a 401k or a similar program. One way to automate your savings is to take advantage of employer-sponsored retirement plans. These plans often allow you to contribute a percentage of your paycheck directly from your pre-tax income, making it painless to save for the future. So, take advantage of automation to make saving money as effortless as possible and watch your savings grow without even lifting a finger. 4. Know your why. All right, my friends, let's get real for a moment. Saving money isn't always easy. It requires discipline, sacrifice, and sometimes saying no to things you want in the moment. That's where knowing your why comes in. Start by asking yourself why you want to save $10,000 in 6 months. Is it to build an emergency fund for unexpected expenses? To take that dream vacation you've been putting off? To put a down payment on a house or pay off debt? Whatever your reason, write it down and keep it somewhere you'll see it every day. Make it crystal clear in your mind. Visualize what achieving those goals will look and feel like. Maybe it's picturing yourself lounging on a beach in Bali or being handed over the keys to your new home. Whatever it is, use it as fuel to keep you going, as knowing your why is what will keep you motivated when the going gets tough. It'll remind you why you're making the sacrifices you're making and help you stay focused on your long-term goals. Also, be flexible with your goals and be willing to adjust them as needed. Life is unpredictable, and circumstances may change. As long as you stay focused on your overall objectives, it's okay to make course corrections along the way, and keep in mind that every dollar you save brings you one step closer to achieving your dreams. 5. Understand and master the purchasing power of your money to increase your savings. Now that you're diligently saving money, it's essential to understand how to make your money work for you. Saving money is just the first step. The next crucial step is making sure your money grows over time. Saving money is great, but if it's just sitting in a low-interest savings account, it's not doing much in terms of growing your money while you continue to save. This is where understanding and mastering the purchasing power of your money is important, as that $1,000 won't have the same value strength next year due to inflation. Knowing this, you will need to know where to put your money to grow apart from the normal checking account, as the banks provide a low rate of interest on your money. How does your money grow? Through the power of compounding. To illustrate this concept, let's consider 2 scenarios. Scenario 1. You stash your savings in a regular checking account that earns little to no interest. Scenario 2. You put your savings into a high-yield savings account or invest it in a low-risk investment vehicle like an S&P 500 index fund or a money market account. Let's break down the potential difference in growth between these scenarios using some numbers. Scenario 1. Let's say you save the $1,666.67 per month for 6 months, totaling $10,000. If you keep that money in a regular checking account with no interest, it will still be $10,000 after 6 months. Scenario 2. Let's say you put that same $1,666.67 per month into a high-yield savings account with an annual interest rate of 5%, with a monthly interest rate of approximately 0.4167%. Your savings will grow steadily over the 6 months. By the end of 6 months, your savings will have grown from $10,000 to $10,250, including interest. The same goes if instead you invest your savings in an S&P 500 index fund with an average annual return of 8%. If you invest your $1,666.67 per month for 6 months into the S&P 500 index fund, your money has the potential to grow from $10,000 to approximately $10,400. This growth is due to the power of compounding, where your investment earns returns on both the initial principal and any accumulated interest. By understanding the potential growth opportunities offered by different investment options, you can make informed decisions about where to put your money to maximize its purchasing power over time. If you would like to know more about compounding, I will link a playlist that will help get a better understanding of the power of compounding. Also, if you would be interested in knowing the best cost-effective high-return compounding assets to invest in, kindly leave a comment below to let me know if you are interested so that I can make a video on it. So, whether you choose a high-yield savings account, an investment fund, or a combination of both, the key is to ensure that your money is working for you and not just sitting idle. 6. Learn how to control your dopamine to spend. Picture this. You're scrolling through your favorite social media app, minding your own business, when suddenly you come across an ad for those trendy sneakers you've been eyeing. Your heart races, and before you know it, you've clicked Add to Cart faster than you can say impulse buy. Sound familiar? That, my friends, is dopamine at work, the feel-good chemical in your brain that's responsible for those rush of pleasure and excitement when you see something you want. And guess what? Companies know all about it, and they're experts at leveraging it to make you spend more money. See, here's the thing about dopamine. It's not just about the act of buying itself. It's the anticipation, the thrill of the chase, that really gets us hooked. And savvy businesses capitalize on this by bombarding us with flashy ads, limited-time offers, and irresistible deals designed to trigger those dopamine receptors in our brains. They know that if they can get us excited enough, we'll throw caution to the wind and whip out our wallets without a second thought. But here's the thing. Just because your brain is wired to seek out pleasure doesn't mean you have to let it control you. Recognizing when your dopamine is being hijacked is the first step to regaining control. Next time you feel that urge to splurge, take a moment to pause and ask yourself, is this something I really need, or am I just chasing that dopamine hit? Chances are that impulse to buy will start to fade, and you'll thank yourself later for resisting the urge. The best way to know if you really need to buy an item is to wait at least 24 hours if it's a small purchase and 30 days if it's a big purchase. This will give you time to decide whether you really need it or it's just another item that, when bought, will be unused or clutter your space. By being mindful of your spending triggers, you can start to break free from the cycle of impulse buying and stay focused on your savings goals. Saving money isn't just about cutting back on expenses. It's also about understanding and managing your dopamine to control your spending and save more money. 7. Mind your business. Minding your business isn't about being nosy or sticking your nose where it doesn't belong. It's about staying laser-focused on your own financial journey and not getting distracted by what others are doing. Here's the thing. We live in a world where it's easy to compare ourselves to others, especially with the rise of social media. We see our friends posting pictures of their fancy vacations, new cars, and designer clothes, and suddenly we feel like we're not measuring up. But here's the truth. Everyone's financial situation is different, and what works for one person may not work for another. Maybe your friend can afford to splurge on luxury items because they make a higher income or have fewer expenses. That's their business, not yours. Learn to tune out the noise and stay focused on your goals. It's okay to say no to social outings or expensive purchases if they don't align with your priorities. Remember, short-term sacrifices lead to long-term gains. Care less about what others think of your saving journey. Saving money isn't always glamorous, and not everyone will understand your choices. Some people might not understand why you're skipping brunches or passing up on the latest gadget, and that's okay. You don't owe anyone an explanation for how you choose to manage your money. It's also essential to surround yourself with supportive people who understand and respect your financial goals. Find a community or support system, whether it's finding like-minded friends, joining online forums, or seeking out a financial advisor. Having a support system can make all the difference. Your financial journey is yours and yours alone, so don't let anyone else's opinions or lifestyle choices dictate your path. Saving isn't just about finances. It's about taking ownership of your life and pursuing your dreams with confidence and determination. And before you know it, you'll reach your goals and live life on your own terms.